Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Libra, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to come from the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, one of my favorite Oracle decks, and a deck that's quickly becoming one of my favorites, a new deck to my channel, the Sci-Fi Tarot by Todd Alcott, who also did the Pulp Tarot, which is one of my favorites for sure. I know I have a lot of favorites, but it's just a fun deck. So, and I love sci-fi, so I hope you enjoy it. Libra, the cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages, thank you, do you have for Libra? Oh, I love this card. Number 41, corresponding, or reducing to a 5, corresponding to the Hierophant card of the major arcana. That's Taurus energy. Hierophant talks about standards, codes of conduct, regulations, ethics, values. Can represent a person who stands for all of those things, or somebody who is in a position to be kind of a guiding force. So it's often known as the Pope of the Tarot, but substitute that with any kind of leader, spiritual leader or figurehead. Hierophant card can also talk about a high-level connection, right? It can also be a card of marriage. You got the card that says time, and above it, discipline. Can't help but notice that the tree also acts as like a brain, and then everything coming down from that is like the brain stem. You have this light source in the corner, which around it seems to have something that looks like a compass, a dial, a wheel of fortune, a clock. And then somebody here, kind of flapper girl energy, that has a microphone, something to say. Libra, I feel as though it's time. Actually, Spirit said, it's about time. It's about time that you stood up and spoke up and used your, why did I say spoke up? To speak up. Why did I say it in the past tense? Did you speak up already? You spoke up? That was a weird slip. Spirit's not giving it to me. I feel like it's important. There's something about you speaking up. There's something about you projecting your voice. And that's been the theme in a different variation for the past 3 readings I've done. When people finally articulating or trying to articulate what it is they want to say. And for you, it's a matter of time. It's time. It's a matter of time. It's about time. No time like the present. And you're, in a way, it feels a little burdensome because, one, you know it cerebrally, you know it energetically, but you're being reminded of it constantly, like it's in your face all over. And there are also keys hanging from the trees here and from the ceiling of this card. You have the ability to unlock something. I think it has to do with your expression. And look at her stance here. She's like very forthright. She's owning that microphone. Whatever she's standing up for, standing up to, standing up for, standing up to, she means it. The theme of activism and advocacy is also coming up in the readings that I've done today. I've done 3 so far. So that might be a theme for you as well. Maybe it's time for you to stand up for others, for oneself. The word above time is discipline. Discipline. So it's like managing time, managing others, managing yourself, first and foremost. And as I said that, my throat gave out. As I was going to say, managing self. Maybe that's been difficult for you as of late, and you're having to take a hard look at it, and it's difficult to talk about. It's just okay, because you're looking at it now. It's like this card is very bright. It's like shining the light on the situation, which is good. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and I am not pulling any reversals. Or rather, I'm not reading reversals. Cards will flip out as they will, but I am not going to take them in reverse. And at the end, we'll get some advice from Spirit. Libra. Okay, Libra, you have 6 cards out on the table, 2 of them major arcana. Major arcana talks about the archetypes of human experience, the divinely guided energies. The minor arcana cards of the tarot are kind of the daily actions that you and I can take in life, like in our earthly lives. It's not to say that it's not energetic, but it's not as energetic as a major arcana card would be. It's not as spiritually dynamic, spiritually influenced, literally by your spirit guides. The first card of the past energy, you have the Hanged Man. Number 12, corresponding to Virgo and Pisces energy. And the Hanged Man talks about putting ourselves up in the tree of knowledge, in this case, outer space, to kind of reassess a situation, look at it differently, look at it from a new perspective. The card says, abused, scorned, and forsaken. Was he a madman or a prophet? Or prophet? So it's interesting. I noted this in another reading, but I see it in your reading as well. This kind of halo effect mirrors this. There's something, it's like emanating from this light source. You know, okay, Spirit is showing me, there was this trend, I don't know if it's still happening. TikTok is so weird because, I mean, I'm a Gen Xer using TikTok, so that should speak volumes right there, but there was this trend that showed up on my feed a while ago where people would point their phones at the sun, like literally at the sun, and turn on their captions app on TikTok or their translator app, or I don't know. So, and TikTok was like the algorithm or the programming or whatever. People were saying it was translating the sunlight, and that these messages were coming through, these like coherent messages were being translated through the sunlight. I'm not even making this up. Like, this happened. I saw several videos where people were experimenting with this. And so I kind of tried to experiment it with, I did it wrong because nothing happened. But, or maybe Spirit wasn't trying to talk to me like that. I don't know. But I don't know why I'm seeing that. Maybe you saw that trend. But it's almost like from the light comes the message. Coming forth from the light comes forth the message. Take that as you will. I'm not entirely sure I know what that means, but I have to say it. From the light comes the message. Now, that's not I don't think scientifically that's a weird idea, because let's look at the movies, for example, especially old time movies that actually used a film projector. What was actually happening? You have negatives in a film that are all spliced together and light projecting through, transmitting the image onto a screen. It's probably what is happening in all the inner workings of the phone right now, in our computers and blah, blah, blah. It's all light projecting, translating, and then we're consuming, we're absorbing, consuming. So take that idea and bring it way out and think of it more esoterically and think of it as the light from you. You are light. You are divine. You are light. The light from you emanating out a message. Clearly, you have a lot to say. And I dare say people are listening. And it feels very genuine. Knight of Cups, to clarify, and is this the future of romance is the card. The knight steadfastly carries his romantic burden over barren mountain landscapes. His romantic burden being the flowers here. There's a lot of like tumbly energy, like it's kind of similar, kind of floaty energy here. The Knight of Cups is, all the knights of the tarot kind of are fast moving. Well, the Knight of Pentacles is pretty slow, but most of the time they're fast. But they're messengers. They have messages, right? So there's something here, again, reaffirming the messaging that you have had something to say, and it comes with love, genuine, authentic, integrous, heart space, heart-centered love. It's really beautiful. But it came after a lot of kind of contemplation. I think part of you was worried that like it would be misinterpreted. Or you knew that some people would misinterpret, that because no matter how clearly we try to express ourselves in the world, it's all about what the receiver is hearing. And it's a very, from my mouth to your ears. What is happening in that space of in between? What is happening in our own brain, the space between our ears, our own ears? What's happening? And so Spirit is saying, I think that you're being quite careful, considerate of that, which is good. I mean, we shouldn't edit ourselves and filter ourselves into oblivion, but it's nice to be considerate of others, not to placate, but just to be sensitive to, right? It's nice to be sensitive. That's how we get along with people, because we're all so different, and that's okay. I mean, unless you're trying to like actually cause harm to other people, then it's just like a big F you, right? That's your past energy. Present energy. Ten of Wands. You can see very clearly what this card is all about. Burden. A five-sided, can you call it a pyramid if it's five-sided? I don't know what this shape is called, but it's pretty cool. But it's burdensome. It's heavy. It's interesting because I was noting the fact that this Knight of Cups was floating through the mountains. And it's almost like, it's because in this card, which I thought was funny the first time I saw it, the knight steadfastly carries his romantic burden. It's like he just has flowers. How is it a burden? And yet, maybe now it's become cumbersome, burdensome. Are you having regrets, Libra, about putting your words out there in the world? I would hope not. I would hope not, especially if you're coming from a good place and people are misunderstanding you. That's, in a way, it's like that's their problem. If you are expressing what is true to your heart and soul, come what may. But it feels like the flowers might have turned into big boulder. And you're like, how did I get there? And then like this character, you know, is kind of bare and in the cold. And it looks like stone, but for argument's sake, he's bare and he's in the cold. And the thing has gotten 100 times bigger than when it started. But you're still carrying it. And so now Spirit is saying it's okay to put it down. It's like you don't need to bear the weight of everyone else's opinion. Eight of Cups, to clarify that, walking away from what does not serve us. Escaping galactic law means a midnight of the soul for Captain Minerva Lacey. You see here, she's like finding the only door that says escape. Eight of Cups. Sometimes, you know, we can look at the Eight of Cups as 8 full cups that we've gathered on our journey as a human. Cups are full of love and friendship and loyalty and compassion and empathy, and that's what the cups are full of. So if you have 8 full cups, none of them are knocked over in any tarot deck I've ever had. I don't think I've ever seen the 8 of Cups knocked over. Not that I can remember. Don't quote me on this. Not that I can remember. But so if the cups are still standing, they're still full of sustenance and water and whatever. Who in their right mind would walk away from 8 full cups? And the answer always is somebody who knows that there's 9 and 10 cups. 9 of Cups representing wish fulfillment, 10 of Cups in the tarot representing bliss, joy, happiness. Whenever somebody gets the 8 of Cups card, they know they have to leave a situation, but they don't know where they're going. And they almost don't care. It's like, I know I can't stay here. Because here means stagnancy. Because another way to look at the 8 of Cups is like complacency. Like, yes, I have 8 cups, and that's great. Thankful for the 8 cups, but is that all I'm capable of? What does this have to do with, Spirit? Another 8. 8, 8. 8 of Swords. Exiled, left for dead in the barren mountains of Betelgeuse Prime. There's the mountains again. The mountains, like, literally mentioned here. It's a theme. It's coming up with your future potential. So 8, 8. You might see 8, 8. You might have been born in 88. The 8 of Swords talks about being stuck in our head, being trapped in a cycle of anxiety and analysis paralysis. It's like we're just overthinking everything. Life choices. Life choices. It's not a pleasant energy that you're going through in the present moment. It's tough. You're having to make hard decisions. This could be about a relationship, a job, a living situation, a friendship. It's this contemplation of walking away because it's become too burdensome. This is something that you really invested in, and now it's just turned into this thing that doesn't feel right. Or it just feels heavy. Maybe it still feels okay, but it's just heavy. And maybe you're not leaving it. Maybe you're just leaving a part of it. That's not working out. But you're stuck in your head right now. It's hard to make a decision. In the future potential, yeah, there's a lot of quiet contemplation. The Hermit card, number 9 of the Major Arcana, Virgo energy. Alone among the stars. Here we find ourselves in the mountain landscape yet again. So mountains could be really important to you. You could live near the mountains. What do mountains represent? They're physical land barriers, aren't they? They're things we need to go around, go through, climb over, surmount. You can think of it another way, though, if you choose. In love, we can move mountains, Spirit just said. In trust, in faith, we can move mountains. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. The Hermit card talks about quiet contemplation, meditation, retreating away from polite society to spend time with yourself, to look at all your triggers and your traumas, to experience Kundalini rising, spiritual awakening, discovering spiritual gifts. It's one of the heaviest. It's like low-key one of the heaviest of the Major Arcana. For me, one of the most important. My favorite card? No. But an important card? Yes. It's clarified by the Ace of Wands. So, here we're standing on the precipice. We can see what lies ahead. Brand new beginning. Aces bring new from Spirit. You're making that trek towards what we're not sure. But eventually, Spirit's going to light the way. It's very clear. Spirit's going to show you very clearly your next move. And it's going to feel right. Can I get a card of advice from Spirit, please? For Libra. Page of Swords. I'm sorry, the font is very small. Venture forth. Dreams could not contain her ambition, her strength, or her curiosity. A lifetime of thrills awaits. You see? Do you see? A lifetime of thrills awaits. Spirit is showing you or advising you to remain curious about life, yourself, others, to research, to read, to explore the depths of your own mind. There's so much to discover still about yourself. The more you discover about yourself, the more you come in to your heart space, into your truest self. People will be there. They won't be able to help themselves. Stay curious, Libra. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.